gentleman right here. So if, Ryan, you can give her your contact info so she can reach out post this meeting for budget stuff.
Alright. As per the finance board statutes, I'd like to move that we enter into a secret ballot. It's just part of the second, but I have to say it.
Okay.
Alright. So register ballot for FBL 353-1920, which is going to be election of the the finance representative. Please write either yes or no on the ballot. A yes vote indicating that you would like to become a member of this board. A no ballot indicating that you are against the motion to become a member of the board.
Even the fringes on, really?
Man, you're right. I deserve that. Go ahead and remove me from my position. Impeached for leaving the fringes on. You hate to see it. Let's do it. Is everyone?
Yeah.
So I had someone else too. And I had one.
She might have been a part of our board anymore. I thought they updated it. Naya, Bianca, and Malaysia, they're not even a part of it anymore. It's only Lauren, Terry, and I. That's it. So that's probably why I haven't been, that's why you haven't been a response. I'm surprised that she didn't email you back saying that she wasn't a part of it anymore, but yeah.
Cool.
Alright. By unanimous vote, FBL 53-1920 passes. Congratulations. Alright, so Candace is not here to give you the speech, but basically you'll need to go to SGA to get hired on the payroll if you're not already a member of students working here. So you're going to get your tax information so you can on that. You'll receive your hire letter within the next week or so. Once you receive the hire letter, you will officially be belong to this member. So you're free to stay for this meeting, but you still won't be able to member until your hire letter is received. Unless Candace or Tori can whip a hire letter real quick.
That's not my job.
Alright. Alright, we'll see.
No, sorry, I don't know where she has them.
You're fine, just tell me. Unanimous. Alright. Up next, we have FBL 54-1920, which is American Red Cross.
Thank you.
Is anyone from American Red Cross here right now?
It's us too.
That's you. Alright. Just in time. Alright, so I'm introducing FBL 54-1920, which is Red Cross's hospital. If you guys want to go ahead and give a quick spiel about why you're here, what your club does, introduce yourselves as well. All that kind of stuff. You can actually.
Okay. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Ursha and I'm the Vice President of the American Red Cross Club.
And I'm Ariba, I'm the co-president.
So what we're here today, we're asking on behalf for requesting t-shirt design. So we sent an email to you guys with our t-shirt logo and stuff. So a little bit about what American Red Cross does is, as you may know, like Red Cross is a worldwide organization, and we basically follow 7 principles and then each tie within some sort of way, either like humanity or like medical related initiatives. So as for our club, what we do is we have our meetings and then we do various events, such as, you may know, that we had our blood drive just a few weeks ago, and that's probably one of our most popular events because we do collaborate with other clubs regarding tabling and donating blood as well. And then in addition, we'll go downtown to the city to volunteer at various places such as food banks. We'll go to the Y preschool to teach children how to wash their hands. So with our t-shirt design, what we want to do is we really want to kind of promote club inclusivity, because I know it's been a really, like member retention has been really high this semester, which is a really great thing for our board. And I think it'd just be a really great way for us just to like bond and communicate as a board. And then in addition, for our upcoming future events, it'd be really nice if we were able to wear the shirts too. That way we were able to promote more about Red Cross. And just one other thing is the reason why I love Red Cross so much is that I'm a bio major, but and you may assume, and a lot of people assume that Red Cross is just filled with STEM majors, but on our board, I know our volunteer connection specialist is a political science major. A lot of members aren't even like in the STEM related field, so I think it's just a really cool way just to, I guess, push back the narrative that UMBC is all about STEM and stuff, and we're just one example that proves that we're much more than that. So.
And to kind of add on, so we have a lot of big events like coming up. Like we're trying to do kind of a water safety festival, which is going to be on Erickson Field in April, and it's to promote like having clean water in other places around the world, even in the U.S. actually, and also as well as like access to what are they called? I can't remember off the top of my head, but like access to toilets for people in areas where like they don't really have that. So we figured that by having shirts kind of unite us and like promote like Red Cross, it would build a more, I guess, like credibility with Red Cross, because I know like in some situations they're not like that well looked at upon. And so we try our best to give Red Cross like a good name, because we really do try our best to help, like regardless of what's happening in other chapters of Red Cross. For us, like blood drives are our #1 thing. We almost had our blood drives canceled, but we felt it was important to donate blood, especially since like in a college there's so many viable like people who can do that. And then as far as teaching like sanitation to preschoolers, coronavirus is a big thing right now, like that's very important. And obviously food banks, like homeless shelters, we feel like it's important for people in college to kind of get that sense of empathy, because college really does drain you. So it's important to like show everyone like, hey, I know life sucks for you right now with like school and studying, but it's important that we have resources, so we go out of our way and help other people who like, at least we're fortunate enough to like be here and at like a university with food, whereas other people don't have that option. Yeah. So with t-shirts, it's more so just so we could, build that credibility, get the word around, cause more so than like the fact like, oh my God, like we have a lot of club members, it means we have more people willing to help out other people, and that's what's important.
Yeah, and then just, I guess one last thing is that in addition just to like volunteer at the club level, you can also volunteer at the regional level. So one upcoming event we have is we collaborate with various Red Crosses in the greater Chesapeake area, and we'll be going installing sound alarm systems at various houses to promote, it's called Sound the Alarm Festival, so that's just a nice way to, I guess, network with other Red Crosses in the area as well. So it goes beyond UMBC too, so I think that's a really great thing about this club.
Are there any? Yeah. This is the design that they've submitted. Are there any questions on the organization at this time? No questions? All right, we're gonna go ahead and move into peer discussion. During discussion, only finance board representatives and exhibition members can talk, so you won't be able to talk during this time frame as we debate and discuss amongst each other. But if you hear anything that you feel is out of place or something you feel is off or we've missed your words, just take note of it. You'll be given a chance to address that at the end.
Great, thank you.
All right, with that said, we're in discussion. Anyone want to start us off?
Total amount.
The total is $298.86. For 30 shirts.
No problems with the request. Yeah, sounds great.
The design fits within the guidelines, so it should be good. Any other discussion points? All right, I'd like to move previous question.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Do you have any final words you'd like to say?
We just want to thank you for your time,
thank you.
so for inviting us to your meeting and allowing us to present our t-shirt and stuff and hear more about Red Cross. So I know it means a lot to us.
All right. That being said, I'd like to introduce FPL 354-1920, which is approval of the American Red Cross's Spring 2020 secondary ad hoc allocation system request for the total amount of $298.96. Or is it 86? That's all right. Yes, 298.86. All right. No. Would anyone like to register any abstentions? Oh wait, no. Is there a motion?
Move to approve FPL 354-1920.
Second.
Would anyone like to register any abstentions? All right, all in favor, please raise your hands now. All opposed? 6-4, 0 against, 1 abstaining, none not present, motion, or 1 not present, motion carries. You wanna bang the gavel? Alright, so congratulations, you guys got your funding.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk you out as we choose the next one, so I can explain how you guys can now use the funding you just got.
Okay.
So up next, we have FPL 356-9220, which is UMBC Students for Life. They've also submitted us a house request, number 86, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that. And we have Students for Life here, so if you wanna go ahead and give us a quick introduction, what your club is, why you want to start, all that kind of stuff. What is yours?
So I am Ann Mon. I'm the current president of Students for Life at UMBC. A little bit about our club. So we are a pro-life organization on campus, and I'll say it up front, we are not political almost at all. We are a service organization, and we feel that at UMBC and most campuses, there isn't very much of a support system for pregnant and parenting students, and we want to change that. So one of the things, we do a lot of things, we're trying to put together a database of like all the resources that a woman or maybe a father or mother can access to find scholarships to support them while they're in school and take care of a child. Maybe they're just found out that they're pregnant, they're like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? Even if they want to keep the child or not. We have resources for that. We also do diaper drives and donate them to organizations that serve pregnant and parenting students. And we also just want to raise awareness of what the pro-life movement really is about, because sometimes people see the good that the pro-life movement does, but there is also bad things that the pro-life movement does, and we want to change the narrative and say, hey, we are here to help college students like us. Most of our board all of our board currently is made up of women, so we come from a standpoint of, hey, we're women, we understand that, you know, there are a lot of things going on in your life, and you are facing an unplanned pregnancy. We want to help you. There's no judgment, and if you choose not to keep the child, you know, we respect that. We are requesting funds for t-shirts. We feel that we want t-shirts for 2 reasons. One, we want to help build our community, and you know, club members can feel like, hey, we're part of this community, part of this group of people that want to help women and pregnant and parenting students. And another reason is to sort of get the conversation started on who we are as a club, because we don't really have much publicity. So we're hoping this would like start a conversation and help get the word out that we are a club that exists on campus. And if people want to reach out, maybe they know someone who's going through an unplanned pregnancy, or they're going through one themselves and they want to talk to someone. And obviously there's the Women's Center, but we also work with the Women's Center for some initiatives, one being the Lactation Center. We were really instrumental in working with the Women's Center to come up with one more lactation center, which will be in the renovations for the RAC. So we're really hoping to, you know, help build the club a little bit more. Our numbers, we have a lot of members, but club attendance is low, and we're hoping that by having t-shirts, we can sort of like build up a community and move forward as a team to help pregnant and parenting students.
Somebody left out there that wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to.
It's fine, I'm just gonna make a call for it. They'll pick it up too. Do you have any?
That's all, yeah.
Are there any questions for the organization at this time? No questions?
Wait,
Oh, go ahead.
so you said club attendance is low, but your membership is up? Is that why you have the 30 shirt request?
Yeah, so we there are a lot of people who like are interested in coming to like events and things like that, but like regular meeting attendance is low. So we feel that if we get those 30 t-shirts, there are club members who would like to have them, and we can also, we think it would be helpful if we just got them now. We can use them for future semesters. So.
Go ahead.
Do you already have like the design for the t-shirt?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it's just gonna be that.
Yeah.
and move into, let's say you have something.
I'm just wondering like the price and stuff, but I can pull it up on there. So is that just gonna be on like on the shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just another plain shirt.
Without across the screen printed. Yeah.
Got it. Looks good.
Any other final questions? All right, we're going to go into a period of discussion. During discussion, only finance representatives can talk amongst each other. It's a chance for us to be able to debate, discuss the merits of the request. So you won't be able to speak during this time. If you feel you hear anything that's out of place or your words have been misconstrued in some way or light something up, just hold on to that, write that down, and you can address it once the discussion's over. All right, with that, we're in discussion. Anyone want to start us off?
The design fits the branding guideline.
It does.
That's all I have to say. Also, like, is there any way to like maybe turn the lights on because I can't see the other side of the room? I mean, I know you guys are sitting there, but you face. There we go.
There we go. It's like a button and a slider, but this is the max that it will go for the slider.
Okay.
Much better. All right. Any discussion points? All right. I'd like to move previous question. All in favor? All opposed? All right. Motion carries. That being said, I'd like to introduce FBL 356-1920, which is approval of the UMBC Students for Life's Spring 2020 house request for the total amount of $294. Is there a motion on the floor?
Move to approve FPL 356-1920.
All right. Anybody on the way for registering abstentions? All right. All in favor, please raise your hands now. All opposed? 6-4, 0 against, 1 abstaining, 1 not present. Motion carries. Congratulations, you've been fine. I'll go ahead and explain next steps as you go out. Before we do that, is anyone from QPOC here? Yes, that's it. And fantastic. All right. So introducing MPL 357-1920, which is QPOC's Spring 2020 secondary outreach request. And it's number 96. I'm going to like hold the design, and then we give 5 minutes to kind of introduce your names, your clubs, why you want merchandise marketing, all that kind of stuff. They're getting merchandise marketing, so it's packed information for competition. You're free to go ahead.
So I'm Lauren, and I'm the vice president of QPOC, and this is Destiny, our president. And we're a brand new organization this semester that's geared towards queer and trans people of color on campus. So basically, right now we have like weekly GBMs, and we're planning events for the semester so that we can bring the queer people of color community together on campus and make sure everybody knows each other and feels like more represented and included.
Okay, so basically, we're asking for some marketing, brochures and like quarter cards and posters, so we can advertise our organization a little bit more. We have members, but I feel like we could have a little bit more if it was more advertised, like in the Commons or in other places. Also, the Pride Center and the Women's Center also want quarter cards so they can help promote us too. We're working with them also. So that's why we were coming to you guys to see if we can be funded so we can get some quarter cards, and we want to make little buttons and things like that to pass out to people so people know that we're here on campus, because a lot of people don't know we're here yet. So, yeah.
And then also like the advantage of having posters and quarter cards to pass out is that people who are maybe in the closet or not really feel safe like broadcasting where they're going. This is more of a safer way to tell people that we're on campus and we do have a community that they can come to and feel safe in.
All right. Are there any questions for the organization?
I guess what events are you planning on having?
Right now, because it's our first semester, we're planning on having more smaller, intimate events. So like game nights and mainly game nights, trying to get to know each other, trying to create more of a family unit in a sense, because I know that's what a lot of, especially the freshmen and sophomores, they're yearning for that too. So we're trying to create that more, and then do bigger events, I guess, next semester.
so we can create more of a community, so more people come out for next semester events.
Any other questions? Everyone good? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move to discussion. I'm sure for this rule before, but I'm gonna say it again. During discussion, only plans for representatives and voting members can talk amongst each other. It's a chance for us to be able to debate and discuss the merits of the request. Again, if you hear anything that goes out of place or words that are misconstrued or something like that, just ignore that. We'll give you a chance to address any of those. Alright, with that, we're in discussion. Who wants to start us off?
Yeah, it's a new org on campus, and so they can get marketing materials, so that's great. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say.
Everyone go with the request? And they can still come back for t-shirts later.
Yeah.
Does anyone else say I'd like to move previous question?
Second.
All in favor, please raise your hands now. All opposed? Right. Do you guys have any final comments, thoughts?
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
You're good. Thank you very much. All right. With that being said, I'd like to introduce FPO 337-1920, which is approval of QPOC Spring 2020 Sahas request with a total amount of $244. Where's the delete button? Alright, is there a motion on the floor?
To approve FPL 357.
Second.
Anyone like to register an abstention? Alright, all in favor, please raise your hands down. All opposed? 6-4, 0 against, 1 abstaining, and 1 not present. The motion carries. Congratulations, you guys got it.
Thank you.
If you guys want to, I'll explain the processes for how to be able to use the funds you were just allocated. But up next, we have medical brigades, which is FPL 8-1920. And the requests. So medical brigades here. Nope. Alright, cool. We'll still look at the request then.
Enhance.
Zoom and
Oh, they wanted sideways.
You can turn it around, right? Well, maybe not on here. Oh, there you go. I can.
Oh, yeah.
Another
Let's go.
nice.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to them.
Mhm.
Justin, chair position, yours now.
So is there anyone from medical brigades here or? Alright, so what else I know you were with me yesterday, do you just want to relay to the board what you heard?
Yeah, so we are going to a trip somewhere in 2 weeks. Yes. And they requested t-shirts previously, but we denied them because I think of branding issues. And so that they took that straight onto the website. So we're gonna stay in funds with it, and let's just hope that we can get the t-shirts before they fly out.
Has everyone had time to view this request?
Thank you so much.
So they're flying out in 2 weeks?
Yeah, March 14th, like spring break.
Oh.
And I know that their pricing, like, it ended up being more than $300, but I told them that we were only gonna fund 300, so I don't know if they put in like their 472 or if they just maxed it at 300, but we can.
How do we talk?
It said that the rest was gonna come from like the members themselves of the club.
Sorry?
Like whatever the thing is, some of the members were gonna pay like.
Yeah, they were gonna charge their like members like $4 to make up for their, cause I think they have to like spend like $172 of their own money or something like that. Yeah, 400. Yeah, so they were gonna have to spend money. So they were just gonna charge their members like $4 for their shirt, which I told them was fine as long as they're not making a profit.
They'll sit on top of everything today.
Are you surprised?
No.
That's why.
I'm shouting you out when I see it.
Okay.
So my concern is how are they gonna get these t-shirts in time? Like if they're leaving spring break.
I think I saw like something that was talking about their shipping.
Well, but then they're gonna have to, if they pay for speedy delivery, that's,
Yeah, they can pay for a 3-day rush or 1 week, but I'll make it clear in the email that we send out the description that the shipping costs must come from the close carryover and they can't be covered by the SGA. Any other thoughts on the request?
When was the request for release for that?
This request was submitted March 2nd.
so, like, I think they submitted it like 2 weeks, I don't know.
So they sent email chains, and I believe it was last week that we got a request, but it was under the off-campus expenditure section.
Oh, okay.
And they basically had it as break materials / supplies that they needed for their off-campus trip. And I sent the email for him to resubmit the request under the merchandise and marketing fund instead.
Oh, okay.
So this came in then along with the updated shirt design. Any other comments, questions, concerns?
And it meets the standards, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We downloaded that right on the website.
This is a conflict of interest.
I don't, I'm not part of it.
Alright. With that being said, I'd like to introduce FPL 358-1920 and for revocable brigades for 2020 house request for the total amount of $300. Is there a motion on the floor?
Got it.
Oh, okay. Move to approve FPL 358-1920.
There you go.
I have slight astigmatism, so.
I'm trying to make it clear for you. I didn't think it zoomed as much as it did though. Is there a second?
Second.
Random like direction on extension. Alright, all in favor, please raise your hands now. All opposed? 6-4, 0 against, 1 abstaining, 1 not present. The motion carries. Congratulations to them, they got their funding. And then, are you the liaison? You are. Alright, I'll let them know if they got funded, and once they receive the email through Haas, I'll put additional information for getting their funds in the description section. Alright, cool. Any announcements? SRC meets this weekend. Better have all your stuff done. Anything else?
Do you know when we're gonna get the money? After associate, like, is it 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
I think the pay is like first of April.
I'm not SRC, so I wouldn't know.
It's like April something. Yeah, I think it is somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's usually like a month, so like, that's
Somehow the first of April or something. I don't forget. What did we make for extra outside meeting? Have we decided that or not?
Yes, so we decided that at the last meeting.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh.
And if you had put all of that on your calendars.
But
Wait, what?
Scott said no.
Wait,
Yes, he did. But it's the only time I can work for us, so I'm going to talk to them to see what we can do in terms of that.
Did you not get it now?
Oh, there they are, sorry.
is it on my calendar? I probably did, but it was right after the last meeting.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
so it's Friday 6 to 8?
Yes, that's what it's called.
For
And it's the first?
Yes.
Oh, we still have a good time. You should.
Alright, any other announcements?
In case you didn't know, budgets are due on the 13th.
Fantastic, thanks for that information. Thanks, Smith, yeah.
And the deadline to meet with Britt this Friday.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we have to make sure like that people know that they only need to meet with Britt if like they're requesting ECS fees. Because someone came in to my office hours like wondering like what is this, like who I need to meet with, like, but they didn't like realize that it's only for ECS fees. So
I sent out an email probably Friday to all of the orgs that are listed in or 25 Live is having large scale events for the fall that have not met with Brit yet. There's only, as of last Friday, I haven't checked recently, I think like 4 groups that actually had met with Brit through base camp that had like their documentation versus about 10 that had not. So just to keep that in mind, I can, do you want me to read off that list just in case there are any of your orgs?
Yes.
UNICEF, CSC has 2 events. MTC has 2 events. Hindu Students Council, NESB has a pageant, SASA, ASA, PAXA, and AF Theater. Groups that have met, at least as of last Thursday, were Russian Club, Kleptomaniacs, the Stilettos, Mama's Boys, LGBTQ, Student Union for the Formal, and HLSU. So those are the groups that A, have actually put into 25 Live that they're having an event next semester, and B, either have or have not with Brit. So most importantly, those are just the groups that have submitted events. So I feel like normally there's more than this, but
You said MTC.
Caribbean Student Council.
and yeah, MTC musical theater.
So for the first groups, have they been in contact with Brit at all, or they're just?
I have no idea. So I emailed all of them saying like you have an event in 25 Live that shows it's large scale. It doesn't show that you've met with Brit yet. If you're submitting for a budget, remember you have to do that. Meet with Brit. Last day to meet with Brit is Friday. For UCSCs. So.
Does she have open hours?
Yeah.
So she's been posting them, and Candace has been reposting the student org officers page.
I also dropped
Because I was at a conference last week. So.
Any other announcements? Lovely FYIs, please stay after the meeting so we can talk about when you started working computer. Yeah, it's fancy, and if you do, I will bring you snacks every now. When I ask. It's not a false promise, it's how delivered when it comes to snacks. Alright, any final announcements?
Oh, I have an update. Sorry, I just logged into Basecamp. UNICEF, MTC, hold on, I can't do this. UNICEF, MTC, I already knew that one, Just those 2 have additionally met.
Okay.
So MTC and UNICEF have officially met. CSC still has not. Hindu Students Council, SASA, NESB, ASA, PAXA, and AF Theater still have not for fall 2020.
Who's the liaison for Hindu Students Council?
It might be me.
Because last semester they had it did not seem like they had proper knowledge of like the allocation system according to the emails that were received.
Yeah.
Is there more than one Hindu student group?
No.
Or just one?
Should just be one. As long as we continue with our concentrated outreach, these organizations, we liaisons, we should be good.
Yeah.
Oh, we send out an email by next meeting letting folks know that'll be the last week for budget applications, as well as one the day before, just to let them know, like, last minute.
So from the March 13th deadline.
PAXA has met also. Sorry, I oversaw that.
Final thing before we adjourn, I have one request, which is to, if possible, not going to be mandatory, but if possible, see if you can add in an extra office hour next week, just because it's the last week for budgets and we're not doing budget workshops. Scott's having the budget workshops this Friday, so if it's possible for you to just spend additional time to get your office, whether or not your hours or not, but just slap a post in there on the calendars and like, hey there, or let your clubs liaisons know via email if you will be able to spend extra time in the office. Just that way we can help out as many clubs as they can, because you know there will be an inevitable rush on Thursday and Friday to fill them out and submit them. So let's make sure that we can have as many people working as we possibly can. Again, not required, but you still have to maintain your regular office hour. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and adjourn this meeting at 6:23. I recognize that I am president, Sam is president, Jessica is president, Nithya is president, Ilse is president, Brian is president, and Amu is president, along with FYSD, and our lovely advisor.